The waterfall announced itself long before it was seen. At first, it was only a low, distant hush, like wind trapped in a giant bottle. With every step closer, the sound thickened, layers of noise piling up until the air itself seemed to vibrate. By the time the trees thinned, it was no longer a sound, but a presence, a roar that pressed against the chest and rattled thoughts loose. Water spilled over the rock in torn ribbons, white and blue and silver, never falling straight, always arguing with gravity on the way down. The cliff face was slick and dark, streaked with old mineral scars, as if the waterfall had been carving its signature for centuries and still wasn't satisfied. Mist rose in ghostly breaths, drifting outward, cool and sharp against the skin. Below, the pool was chaos. Foam churned and collided, bursting into shapes that lasted half a second before vanishing. Crowns, wings, nothing at all. The water slammed into itself with a deep, hollow thud, followed by 1,000 smaller sounds, hisses, slaps, bubbling sighs. It smelled clean and metallic, like rain hitting stone after a long drought. Sunlight fought its way through the spray, catching droplets mid-air and turning them briefly into sparks. Everything shimmered. Even the shadows moved. Standing there, it was impossible to tell where one moment ended and the next began. The waterfall never paused, never repeated itself, yet somehow stayed the same. It was loud enough to drown out worries, constant enough to feel reassuring, wild enough to remind you that the world was never built to be quiet. Eventually, stepping away felt like leaving a conversation unfinished. The roar faded, softened, became a memory. But the rhythm lingered, echoing faintly, like water still falling somewhere behind the eyes.